Yeah, we had a pretty big snowfall last night, but it's looking pretty nice out right now. I really can't wait until the end of winter, until it's summer. I mean, it sucks because I want to go... Oh, hey Thomas, what's up?
I'm just gonna go rob a few houses and cars.
I'm gonna talk creepy like this for this whole video. I sound like some creepy version of Batman or something. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna talk like that. Hey, what's up my homies? My homies. I never talk like this outside of videos. Very much, anyway. Like, only 60% of the time. I'm going to talk today, again, about personality types, specifically INFP, which is what the personality type that I am. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you could check out my last video on my YouTube channel, or you could look up the Myers-Briggs or the Jung personality types online. There's basically 16 different types of personality types that go over if you're introverted or extroverted in different areas of personality types. And if you, I'll put a link in the description if you want to figure out what your personality type is, because what's great about it is once you find out what your personality type is, you could search for your personality type, mine's INFP, online, and you could learn a lot about yourself. You could learn a lot about other people. I find looking up INFP, I understand a lot more about myself and why I am the way that I am. It actually brings me a lot of kind of inner peace, because INFPs are one of the rarest personality types out there. Specifically INFPs and INFJs are two of the rarest personality types out of all of them. I find I only really have the deep connections, or have the, I guess, deeper friendships with certain people. Like a lot of people I get along with, I'll have a great conversation with them every day, or at least get along with them. But like I don't develop a deep friendship, or I don't develop that deep trust or connection or that spark. But I do have a handful of really good friends that I do feel this way about. And as I mentioned in my last video, one of my friends is also an INFP, which makes sense, but I also got a couple of my other friends to take these tests, and they happen to be INFJs, two of my other friends. And what's funny about this is, like, there's like 40 or 50 people on our team at work, but I seem to have been drawn to the few people that had this rare personality type, and we are the ones that have almost like a deeper connection. We're almost like better friends than most people. Most people, I guess I would consider workmates or work colleagues, or just kind of like acquaintances. Really great people, but like, as I said, it's just kind of like missing that spark or that like deeper friendship. There's a Facebook page for INFPs, and like just reading through posts like that, like I find it really fun. Like I don't really care about spending too much time on Facebook besides kind of like messaging my friends or looking on there to procrastinate every once in a while. But I don't really have huge conversations with people on Facebook or anything. But I found this INFP page, and it's really neat because it's like a page of people that are like, that I share common traits with. Most people, like as I said, like they're just, I guess I'm different than most people in a lot of ways. And it's so interesting to go to this page and see all these traits, all these common traits within these people on this Facebook page that I, growing up, always thought it was kind of like an oddity for me. It's like, oh, that I just guess I'm a different type of person that thinks in a different way. Like, I'm a very daydreamy type person. I'm kind of lost in my head a lot. I don't feel like staying at a party all day. Like after a while, like my energy's drained and I just want to sit by myself for a while and just kind of enjoy my own company. While most people are sitting there having conversations, enjoying the party, I'm meanwhile looking around the room planning my escape route. I am a master at being the white ninja at parties where, like, and most people are drunk, so people don't really notice that I left. And, you know, I don't need to announce the entire room like, oh, I'm going by, especially because, like, I don't know, my friends have pretty big parties, so I could slip out pretty easily. And I actually read something about INFPs that that's actually fairly common for INFPs. Maybe not to do exactly that, but to do stuff like that. A lot of INFPs are more socially awkward than the other personality types. I can attest to that. I mean, I'm a lot better than I was in high school or growing up, but I still, one of the reason I usually get socially awkward is because I'm in my head daydreaming or really deep in thought at a party, and I'm really in a mode where I really need to be thinking about stuff. Like, I'll be in my own world, Marino world, thinking about my future, thinking about projects, or just thinking about stuff. Meanwhile, the outside world is just kind of like background noise or something. My world is in my head. Meanwhile, the party or whatever is just kind of background noise, almost like white noise. I don't even pay attention to it. And so sometimes I'll get into a conversation, but I'm still so far in my own head, I'm like, I don't know, I'm more analyzing everything that's going on rather than connecting with the other person. So, I'm going to put the link to the personality types down below, and you should take that test, and in the comments you should tell me what your personality type is. And if after you find out what your personality type is, just do a Google search and just find, like, if you just type in, like, if you're an INFP, type in INFP into Google, or if you're an ENFJ, then type in ENFJ into Google, and then there'll be plenty of pages kind of explaining what you're kind of more likely to be like. And it also is good because it kind of describes what types of career paths or what you would more likely enjoy doing in life. So if you're trying to figure out what you're going to do with your life, or what your career path is, or you're in high school trying to figure out what you want to do in university, this is helpful too. But it's just really good to get some insight on yourself, and especially if you're a rare personality type like me, it's good. It almost gives at least me some inner peace knowing there's actually other people out there, and I have these kind of weird kind of personality traits. It's like, oh, well, that's why. That makes perfect sense, and that's actually pretty normal. I'm not normal. I'm not saying I'm normal. But it's normal that I'm not normal, I guess. Alright. Bye.
J Rent, behind the scenes.
Exclusive tour.